message finds you well. Welcome to the Low Voltage Training Academy. Today, we have a call-in session where we have people that will call in and ask some technical questions. And I believe, let's see here, we have Zay. Zay, welcome to the call-in session today. What's your question on there, sir?
All right, so my first question is what are the specific topics that are covered in the low voltage course, and how will like this help me understand the depth of the curriculum and things like that?
Great question. Well, let me tell you a little about the low voltage field. The low voltage field is the background of the world. And the reason I say that is because we have communications that take place using low voltage technology, such as the internet, data cabling, and being able to transmit information through networks and so forth. So the low voltage field is something that you can't get away from in this world. There's not a building or a home that doesn't use one of the low voltage services that we teach inside the Low Voltage Training Academy. Those being installation and service of telephone systems, fire alarm systems, security cameras, cabling for television, access control, audio, video, and a host of other things that are included in this class. This class is really an in-depth class on this technology that has been growing since the 1980s. I've actually been in the field since 1985, and the things that I've seen take place over these last 4 or 5 generations have been incredible. And it doesn't look like the low voltage field is going to slow down anytime soon, offering long-term stability for work or if you want to start a business. And this class is something that I've been thinking about for a while. And to be able to give someone a hands-on training that within 90 days, if you follow the instructions in this class, you should be able to easily find a job. I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. And I have like a double question as well,
Sure.
just about experience and qualification. So what kind of qualification experience do you have, and how can that, really help me as a student understand? And then what are the resources available to us as students, like during and also after the course?
Oh, excellent. So my experience, I started in this field in 1985, and I started as an alarm technician in a place called Long Island, New York. And I had to take this job, and it was a very low paying job. It was when I graduated from school, I wasn't able to get one of the higher paying jobs. Back then, what we call IT now was called computer technology, and that was my field of study then. So after not finding a job for a while, I took a job installing alarm systems, and I got paid $5 an hour. But the training that I received has helped me make millions of dollars over my career. So after working in this field for about maybe 3 or 4 months, I became so proficient at it. I started doing side jobs on the weekend. I was making a few $1,000s a weekend, and I was 21 at that time, so that was good money. And I said, if I can make this kind of money on the weekends, I could do this business on my own. And then that's when I started back in about 1987, 88 is when I started my own business. I had a few other jobs in the technology field, and I decided to go out on my own and do my own business in this field. So that's part of my background. I've also carried a unrestricted low voltage license. The importance of having a license in this field allows you to do larger projects. It allows you to, unrestricted license allows you to do anything in the low voltage field. Each state is different. Some states will allow you just to do alarm systems and maybe some telephones with a regular low voltage license, but an unrestricted allows you to do fire alarms. You have to go through a little extra testing on the state level, but it's worth it because you can pull permits and you can separate yourself from your competition a lot of times, because if a company cannot pull a permit, they won't be able to do a lot of larger construction projects. And the way I advanced my education back in the early 90s, there was no YouTube. There were no online classes like this.
Right.
So I read magazines. And so because I only knew I was trained in alarm systems, I taught myself how to install fire alarm systems, telephone systems, access control systems, um, all kind of technology that we use now, but I wasn't trained for in school. So YouTube is a great resource, and that's what we've taken in this class. We have taken over 35 years of experience and made it easy to understand for students that want to get into a field that may not want to stay 5 or 6 years in school, but you want to get a good education where you can take care of yourself and your family. And that's what the Low Voltage Training Academy is here to do.
Awesome. Awesome. And can you explain the usability of the course? It's available online, right? What's the expected time commitment, and how does the course appeal to different learning styles?
Okay, very good. The first part of your question, the time, we have it calculated that you should be able to finish this in under 90 days. It's at your own pace. But quite honestly, you can finish it quicker than that. We do have tests at the end of each chapter to make sure that you comprehend what you have taken in. And once you pass your test, then you will get a certificate stating that you passed this class. Our main class is the culmination of all of the different low voltage training that we have experience in. So it's about 7 different modules that you'll have access to. And then you have individual ones. If you just want to learn about fire alarms or access control or audio videos, you could take those and you will get a certificate from that also. But being a systems integrator, the advantage of that is when you go to a client and they need a fire alarm, they need a audio system, they need a telephone system, why should they have to call 5 different contractors? They can call you. And they can call you, and they know they have one point of contact to get these different projects done. That's why we put the full course together to make one a systems integration specialist. Of course, it helps the customer, but it's going to help you generate significantly more revenue. And as far as learning styles are, depending upon your discipline will determine how quickly you capture this information. And if you have questions that maybe have not been answered or you're still unsure about, you can always communicate with us and we'll be able to answer your questions. So because there are so many different learning styles, this is self-paced. But if you're highly motivated, you should be able to get this done pretty quickly and be on your way to finding employment or starting a business in this field.
Okay, and my last question just has to do with the job market and potential, job prospects, recognizing the industry and things like that. So, as a person who's a strict beginner, can you explain what the job opportunities are, first of all, coming out as a beginner, and then also as a person who values communication a bunch, how can a student stay in touch with you?
Very good. So within the class, and I'll answer these backwards, but within the class, and once you register, you'll see different communication portals that you can communicate with the instructors. Now, as far as finding work coming out of school, I'll just give you a few examples. The Comcast companies, let's not use names. I don't want to advertise for anyone, but cable companies, they need technicians to run the lines, set up equipment, service, and so forth. Telephone companies need the same. Security companies, fire alarm companies. So there are plenty of jobs. Remember, I don't know any other industry that every building, every home that goes up in the United States of America or someplace else needs one of these services. So as far as job stability is concerned and being able to earn a living, a good living, it looks like this is going to be plentiful for years to come.
Awesome, 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 Ms. Sharif. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And we look forward to you and any of the other students that have questions to reach back out to us. And we look forward to answering them and make it a good day and best of luck throughout your class.
Awesome. Thank you lots.
Thank you. Have a great day.